as Kobe. Forever rich, looking at the blimp, thinking like Tony. Montana Panamera confiscated by the state. If I'd have known, I would've thrown my shit into a lake. All on social media with diamonds tempting fate. Taking chances for the dough, trying to bake a cake.
You never know who's really on your side until the crashing of the tide. You never know who's really down for you till you're staring down the barrel.
Last time. I think we had Wise P before that, and we started off with one guy 6. But yeah, man, we got an interview with Monte Millions. Quick setup. Good dude, man. Yesterday he threw a benefit concert. Obviously, he emphasized during the interview social distancing and all that type of stuff. This was part of like a media day, so it wasn't as long as my others, so this was probably half the time. So those who dip out during the interview, don't go too far, because this one gonna be over faster than the others. But once again, man, I had the opportunity to talk to Monte Millions, man. So hopefully y'all enjoy it.
What's happening, people? You know how I keep it with these interviews, man, and tonight will be no different, man. I'm bringing in the homie Monte Millions. What's good, man?
What's going on?
I'm well, man. So I linked up with you courtesy of my guy Ernest Jackson, man, and he sent me over your bio and your press kit and everything, man, and I was just blown away by it. Some of the things that you're still wanting to do during this trying time. So before I get into those questions, just tell my listeners a little bit about yourself, and then I got a few questions to follow that.
Okay, I'm Monte Millions, and I have a single out now called Sally. I'm also on Sunday, this Sunday the 19th, I'm doing a at-home live streaming concert in benefit of the first responders, and the proceeds will be going to them. So that'll be from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. And, so, we're ready to do it, ready to give back to the community, and help people during this time of the pandemic, and, just to encourage people, let them know it's still hope, you know what I'm saying, and that God still reigns.
All right, you kind of let the cat out the bag, but I did say tell a little bit about yourself, so you went there. But before I get into that, talk about your single, Sally, the title, what's behind the creation of it. Is there a special meaning to it?
Yeah, Sally is actually a horse that I have. I've had it for 9 years. And one day I came into the studio about 5 months ago, and my producer, he was like, I got a beat. He said, I want to do a country, like a country R&B song. I was like, okay. So he was like, okay. He said, let's write to it. So I began to write to it, and I was like, well, I'm not really coming up with anything. So he's like, Monty, looking at you, he said, you authentic. He said, let's write this right here. So he was like, let's write a song about a Ferrari. I was like, nah. I said, no, I don't want to write about no Ferrari. I said, I got an idea, because in his mind, he was thinking about the horse on back of the Ferrari. So I was like, let's write about my horse. So we started writing about Sally, and her name actually means to overcome evil or to overcome opposition. So we never thought that it would be like a number one, song that we would pick as a single. But after we did like 30 songs, Sally just kept playing. It just kept playing over and over in my spirit. I would sing it every day. And so we chose it as a single. People started liking it. It was kind of different. So that's how we came up with Sally.
Indeed. That's a great story, too, brother. Who are some of the people that inspired you? Like there's some people in my field, like if I was to meet them, I'd probably pass out, before I get to ask a question. Is there anyone that, inspired you to be doing what you're doing now that you would just love to meet that you haven't already?
Well, I've always been in the entertainment industry. A lot of people don't know they don't know that Betty Wright, she's the one that mentored me and took me under her wing when I was younger. So, I've learned from the best. She's like second mom to me. So my granddad, of course, he had his own gospel quartet group. He opened up for the Mighty Clouds of Joy. And my aunt, I would go stay the summer with her. Her name is Yvonne Jackson. She had a number one hit single across seas. She would open up for B.B. King and different blues artists. So, yeah. But if I was to meet anybody, I would say I would probably Patti LaBelle. She's always inspired me since I was younger.
Nice. Can't go wrong with Miss Patty anyway. And my man was like, be clear, this is not new to me. I've been doing this for a minute. Mad respect to that. Are you interested in working with someone that you haven't worked with yet?
I haven't really thought about it, but I mean, if I was, I just like music, so like the chemistry of music. So if I was to work with anyone, it would be someone who I would flow with, someone who I know that the music is connecting. We're connecting together. It's not really just about a name, but it's like I want the message to be able to influence people versus just making a song for money or something. I would like for it just to like reach different people and for it to really have a meaning. So, if I was to work with anyone, it would just be...
Wait. You said something very important, so I don't mean to cut you off, sir. You want to make songs to influence people and just not make money. So is that like your whole thing? Like all your music is about like, inspiring somebody, helping somebody versus the party records and the, you know, just a record to sell units, let's say?
Yeah, mine is always, everything I write is about experience. So I want it to be something that, you know, that goes down the lineage of our generations. Because if you just do music just for money, it's just going to be like here today, gone tomorrow, because that's your purpose. But if you do it because it's out of your heart, you know, and it's out of your spirit and your experience, people will hold it dear to them. And so, you know, it'll go on and it'll continue to play, you know, into people's households, even when your time and season has, you know, gone over.
It's crazy you say that, man. I'm working with a group, and one of the questions I asked them during a recent interview was, you know, is it difficult to make music like that? I like, or not difficult, but is it just harder? You know, I just think it's easy to just make songs about any old thing, and I think it's harder to make music with a message. Do you see that the same, or do you disagree?
No, I think that, you know, me, because I grew up in Miami, so just like I think that if you embrace who you are and you understand what purpose is as far as why you go through hard trials, why you've been born into the family that you were born into, you know, why you've experienced dilemmas and different things, and you embrace those things, you're able to write, and you're not afraid of, you know, because a lot of people, they're looking at, well, I need to make this, you know, so I can get this money to do this and this and that. But one thing that I believe, I'm a firm believer of, if it's something that you were born to do, the money's going to follow behind it, and you're going to get favor. You know, God is going to give you favor. So, you know, what the purpose is in your life, what you're called to do, you know, it's going to be taken care of. You know what I'm saying? You're going to already be blessed. You just have to live your truth in your music. And when you do that, you know, it's just going to flow for you. You know what I'm saying? And then later on, you can teach other people how to become, you know, after time, like Miss B, Betty Wright, that's what she told me. She was like, you know, even if she never has another hit, her job is to empower, to teach, and to show the younger generation how to, you know, use their gifts in the proper way, you know, and how they can use it to be a legacy later on and whatnot. So that's how I kind of look at music, and I look at life. It's not just about just the money, because that's going to come, you know. But if you
go ahead.
But
I think you got something more important to say than this funny question I'm about to ask. So finish your thought, sir. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was just saying, you know, just that, just like, you know what I'm saying, just believe in your gift, believe in the message. People are going to hear your message. It's always a different way to bring it around. Like, people laughed about Sally, but now everybody's playing Sally, you know. So, and Sally is just about grace. You know what I'm saying? We moved from the city. We went to the country. And, you know, she's seen it both. She's seen both sides. I would ride her through, like, in the city through McDonald's parking lot. We would go through and get water or get something to eat. People would be like, look at the horse, you know, this and that. So she's experienced both sides, the good, bad, and the ugly. But in that, you know what I'm saying, we've experienced grace. We've experienced the good times. We've experienced, you know. So her being a horse, she experienced just what I've been through, because I wasn't going to sell her or let her go. So, of course, she had to walk through the trials that I've walked through. So the song is basically about just experience and, you know, the good, the bad, and the ugly. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you still experiencing grace no matter who you are, you know, where you've been, what ethnicity you are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. I definitely know what you're saying. Real quick, funny question, you know. Have you ever been, let's say, at a cookout and Betty's song come on and nobody there know who she is to you, and it's a bunch of women like going all in, and you just sitting there like, man, oh my God. Like, has that ever happened, bro?
Well, you know, most people, I never ask them. They just like, of course, when her music come on, everybody like, yeah, that's my jam, you know. And a lot of people know more of her music versus they know her name. So,
yeah,
you know. But if someone was to say, I'll be like, yeah, I know her, you know, blah, 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 this and that. But other than that, no.
It's all good. It's all good. You got anybody you want to shout out right now, brother?
I just Well, to everybody, all the first responders, who step into the line up on the front line,